Hello, my name is Jasmine, and my life is just ordinary. However, something has just happened to me that I guess is pretty insane. You see, I really love helping people. I think I get it from my mum. She's a pediatrician, and she's just the kindest, sweetest woman ever. Ever since I was a little girl, she said I should always put my feet in the other person's shoes, and that I should be kind to everyone. So that's just how it's always been, and it makes me happy. I like helping people. I volunteer in the library after school sometimes, and there's always this one girl in my class there. I never really see her with anyone. She's always alone, and for months I didn't want to disturb her because she seemed to be really into her reading, but eventually it just felt rude to ignore her like that, so I started trying to chat to her. The first time, she barely even looked at me, so I hurried off. Then the next time I managed to find out her name, which was Kate, and she still didn't look up. I felt a bit upset that she didn't want to become friends. After all, I was just being nice. I then saw her sitting alone one lunchtime, and I decided to just go sit with her. I plopped myself down on the seat opposite her and said, "Hi, Kate." She was twisting her spaghetti around and around on her fork, and she just looked so miserable. I couldn't figure it out. I decided to ask her outright what was wrong. She dropped her fork, looked up at me, and said, "I have cancer." I immediately burst out crying. I know my mum's a nurse, and so I should be used to hearing about people being sick, but Kate is so young, and I just felt so bad for her. She looked a bit shocked that I was crying, but I just went straight over to her and gave her the biggest hug. No wonder she was so quiet and didn't want to talk. Kate looked so sad every day, and now it all made sense. The next day at lunch, she told me it was a rare form of cancer, and she might not have long left to live. I told her how awful that was, but that I'd make sure she was happy every day from now on. I invited all my friends to join us at lunchtimes, and then I organized a sleepover where Kate might feel more comfortable telling the other girls what was going on. Everyone loved her. You wouldn't actually believe she was so sick, because she seemed so happy all of a sudden, and after a couple of weeks, she was so popular and everyone wanted to be her friend. She had started wearing a rainbow headscarf wrapped around her head because she said she was losing her hair, and she soon started a trend. Everyone wanted to wear headscarves after that. I did worry that people were only becoming friends with her because she was sick, but I knew that the kids in our class were good people and wouldn't do such a thing. Kate's birthday was coming up, and I decided to organize a surprise party for her at my house. I invited everyone in our class and even got my older brother's band to play in the garden. I told her to come over at 3 p.m. for a girly night with movies, and so at around 2:30 p.m., we all started hiding in the garden. We waited, but by 10 past 3 there was still no sign of her. I told everyone to keep hiding, and I went to the front of the house to check if she was there. As I got closer, I heard her speaking. She was on the phone. She sounded pretty upset and kept saying, "Please, Mum." I wondered what was wrong. Then I heard her shout, "Please just bring the headscarf over right now, otherwise they won't like me anymore." At that moment, Kate turned around and saw me standing there. I looked at her head and was surprised to see her thick hair still all there. Before I could say anything, she said, "I can explain." She asked me to sit down, but I refused. I asked her if she'd been lying. Did she actually have cancer? Suddenly I felt like such a fool. How could someone lie about their health like this? Our health is one of the things we should cherish the most in the world. I felt angry for the first time in my life, like properly angry. When Kate saw how angry I was, she started crying and said she'd only done this because she admired me so much and had always wanted to be my friend and couldn't think of any other way to get my attention. I was speechless. I couldn't even look at her. I walked towards the door and went straight to my room. I shouted out the window to my friends hiding in the garden that my mum called me and I needed to take this call. I just sat on my bed, crying. I wasn't sure if I was crying because I was feeling angry and foolish, or because someone like Kate felt the need to fake having cancer to get my attention, or anyone's attention for that matter. This is pathetic, I know. I haven't told anyone about this story, but I think I should. It's been a few days, and I need to decide whether to tell her secret or give her the chance to confess all about herself in front of everyone. What do you think? Please help me. What do you think I should do next? Please feel free to share your comments and advice in the comment section below, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel.